What is going on, everyone? This is Nathan Payne. We are live on the Privy Call Finding Friday, where we try to find deals, find buyers, show you guys how to work Privy. I am here with Nathan Valley, who works with me at Investor Thrive, and we got Henry, who's one of our students who has a question. So I said, hey, Henry, we're about to go live. You might as well come on here with us so we can chat with you about what we're doing. So, Henry, what's up, brother?
All right. What's up, Nathan?
What's up, brother? It's good to have you on here. So, Nathan, how are you doing, Nathan?
My man, dude, I'm doing great, bro. We're on day 3 of our 30-day challenge. In case anybody hasn't been watching it, guys, you got to check it out. It's been nuts. I know Friday, bro. You already got a deal under contract.
I already got a deal, bro.
I've already got a team, that I'm starting to put together, which is crazy. We're 3 days in. 3 days in.
Amazing what kind of work can get done if you just actually take action. You know what? I have a thought, Nathan. I think anyone that is a wholesaler that is not succeeding right now, I don't think they're actually working. Right? Like, could they just probably not be making any phone calls? Because I've made one offer and got one house under contract yesterday.
I will say one exception. Putting the work in is a huge part of it, right? I mean, definitely, like, you just got to put in the work. But if you're doing the wrong thing, right? Like Tony Robbins he's like, dude, if you got the wrong strategy, he's like, if you keep running east looking for a sunset, he's like, I don't care how hard you work, I don't care how motivated. He's like, you're never gonna find it. So I think there's people to where it's like, hey man, you got to put in some more work. I also think there's a lot of people to where it's like, dude, they're like, hey man, I'm here, I'm spinning my wheels, like I'm doing everything I can, and it's not working out for me. Guys, it might be because you got the wrong strategy. So I know we talk a lot about that. I know we've done things the painful way, and we know what some of those bad strategies look like, or some of those less effective, less efficient strategies. So yeah, man, anybody who wants to come see the 30-day challenge, I mean, it's literally just us doing exactly what we talk about.
Yeah, guys, everyone that's here, I made an offer to an agent and I told him I'm a wholesaler, and I just got off the phone call with him and I told him I needed to send some partners through the property, and I was very transparent with what I was doing. He was totally cool with it. That's how you run your business. You got to be open, honest. I could say wholesale with confidence, right? Because if you're confident about what you do, then you'll win, right? So today we're gonna go over our Privy, how to use Privy. We're gonna look for Privy to find buyers. If you guys are struggling right now, you don't know what actions to take, what to do, follow us on our live. That's literally what we're doing. We're showing you exactly how to use Privy, how to we call it working backwards. It's called painless wholesaling, where you, instead of going to find a deal, just find deals nonstop. You find the buyer first, find out where people are buying. And that's exactly what Privy's built to do. Privy's built to show you where the investor activity is, and then you find deals, right? It shows you the location to start, and it shows you where buyers are. You can find buyers first and then find deals. So that's what we did. We found a hedge fund that's buying right now in Tampa and Atlanta, where we are currently doing our you're Orlando and I'm Atlanta. We're currently doing our lives. So we have buyers right now. We have people that are going to buy our deals. We just got to go find them. And we've been doing this for a couple hours. I know I'm doing the part-time thing, Nate. You've been doing full-time. I've been 6 hours of work, and less than 6 hours of work, I have a contract, and now I got to find a buyer for it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, so the past 2 days have been a little hectic. So I've only been really doing stuff during the lives, so which is 3 hours each morning and one of those hours is really just, I haven't been making calls because I start at 8 a.m. my time. So I have a total of 9 hours, and bro, you've got a deal. I've got a list of like top-notch buyers, title companies set up. I've got I'm already starting to build out a team. I've got a guy coming on to do lead generation and acquisitions. Oh, and guys, with $0, $0, like nothing, like no money spent.
That's right.
So everything that we're doing, that we're building off of, is going to be 100% margin, right? 100% profit.
That's right.
Profit. Anybody can spend 20 grand on direct mail and do it. I mean, a lot of people can spend 20 grand on direct mail and still not do a deal, right? Or any other kind of.
I've spent a lot of money on marketing. Now, Privy, if you guys didn't know, if you're watching this and you don't have it, it literally has a 30-day money back guarantee. So you're really starting off for free. You know, like you get started, and if it doesn't work for you, which it will, because that's what we use, you know, it's free. So that's a great option for you. So I wanted to show everyone here really quick how I told this, how I was transparent with this agent, because I feel like a lot of people tiptoe around like what we do. They're like, oh, you know what? I don't know if I want to tell the agent I'm a wholesaler or I wholesale. So let me show you guys exactly how I did it. And I just got off the call with him too, right? And I was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. And did he even buck at all?
Dude, no, man, he didn't skip a beat. He was like, yeah, man, he was excited. He's like, dude, oh, thank God, man. I'm excited. Bro, he was so hyped. He was so hyped to move forward with you.
Thank goodness you're sending some of your buyers through the property. I'll put a lockbox on it for you. All right, so listen to this really quick. Let's find the filter. What's the value of this? So I was making an offer. I want to show everyone here really quick on how to talk to agents, because a lot of you might struggle with knowing how to talk to an agent. So listen to this state actually. All right, let's see how many people, because let's give it a call. You're rolling. It's took me 2 days to get this. Fine. Right, sorry, I'm just fast forwarding. Boy. All right, let's call.
Hi, this is Jay.
Hey Jay, how are you? I'm calling about your listing on Chastain Lakes. This is me making an offer. Do you have a couple minutes to chat, or are you busy?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just giving a call about the property. I'm an investor out of Salt Lake City, Utah, but I've recently kind of backed out of my market, and I'm coming into Atlanta. I grew up here, close to this area. And yeah, I just saw your listing. I looked for some properties in the area that looked like it needed a little bit of work. I'm either looking to flip them or rent them, but I just wanted to call you and kind of get some more information on the property. I see the pictures. It looks like it needs some work, but is that kind of the situation? It's being sold as is, or?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly it. And he, the owner and his wife, when they come back in town, they stay in it. They've lived in it, but they just don't have the time to work on it. So they're like, at this point, we're just going to keep it on the market. If somebody buys it, great. If not, then we'll just keep using it as a place to come and park when we're here doing stuff. And so for them, it's more convenience. But they're like, if we can sell it, that'd be obviously the best thing for us.
Yeah. So I'm assuming so as an investor, I mean, we're always looking for good deals. They've probably gotten some lower offers and just saying, hey, no, we're just going to sell it if we get the right offer. Right.
That's exactly right.
Got it. Yeah. So I'm new to the area. I'm unrepresented. I don't have an agent that I work with yet. Would you, if we were to work some out, would you be able to represent me, or would?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I can drop the price a little bit more, give you more concessions as well.
Okay. Is that what you do instead of double dipping? You just take off the price and not take the buyer's fee, or what do you do?
I make it so everybody's happy. So
okay, great.
There's no one thing, right? So everybody's a little bit different.
Yeah. So for me, either way, if you take both sides or you just bring it down a little bit, it's all good for me, right? So
yeah, or I'll convince him to put more in concessions.
Yes.
Right. So
yeah, of course.
I know, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we can say if it's going to take 25,000 or 30,000 of material and stuff to do it, then just ask him to pay 25 or 30 toward the purchase at the end.
And they'd be potentially willing to do that.
It's a net number to them, right? So
that's true.
Between that and commissions and everything else, so we can package it however the heck we want.
Gotcha.
But that'd be the cleanest way to do it, is just say keep everything the same, but let's see if he'll give you guys a kickback for repairs and renovations.
Gotcha. So I'm taking a look at the property. I've done a little research in the area, not like too much, but the after repair value, is it still with the market the way it is? Is it still around like 520, 550 if we repaired this all the way, or is that too high?
No, you actually nailed it. What you use to come up with the evaluation.
I use a service. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Batch Leads. It's like these softwares that you can run comps pretty easily and like look for.
Okay, yeah. So wholesalers use that.
Yeah. So I do both.
Yeah.
I wholesale and I fix and flip, and that's kind of why I'm leaving Utah. It's just getting competitive, and not a lot of buyers are buying right now. So I'm like, you know what? I need to go to Atlanta, try something different. And I've always wanted to invest in Atlanta too. So
there you go. Now the stuff in Atlanta, if it's fixed up, it sells.
Right.
So it's just the one.
Bam. So check it out. I told them exactly that I'm a wholesaler, right? Like no biggie. Just if you say it with confidence, there's nothing to hide. Softwares that you can run comps pretty easily and like look for.
Okay, yeah. So wholesalers use that.
Yeah. So I do both.
Yeah.
I wholesale and I fix and flip, and that's kind of why I'm leaving Utah. It's just getting so. Anyway, so I told them straight up, and that's the thing, everyone. You can say, yeah, I wholesale and I fix and flip. I do it all. Why wouldn't you? Let me tell you guys something really quick that are just getting started that don't know. If you are an investor, if you're a fix and flipper and you don't wholesale, you're dumb. You're an idiot, because you can't, as a flipper, you can't take on every property. You can't. If a wholesaler brings you a deal that is a great deal, but you can't flip because you're over leveraged, you don't have any more money to flip, you're just going to let that go? No, you're going to say, yeah, I'll take that deal. And then you're going to wholesale it. There's a flipper in my market. He did 92 deals last year. And out of the 92, 60 were wholesale deals. And he's one guy. He's been flipping for 15 years. It's one dude, and he's got 3 VAs. He runs a more profitable wholesaling company than most people because he's a flipper that people know, and he's willing to take those deals and wholesale, right? So that's honestly why I got the model I'm doing right now, is just painless wholesaling. Be a buyer and know your buyers. People will bring you deals, and do deals when you can, when you want to flip, and then wholesale the rest. But that's why you got to do it the reverse way, or I would say the painless way, the right way. But if you just go and look for deals nonstop, you're going to spend a lot of money, a lot of time. And that's why Privy's money, because Privy will show you exactly where the deals are in your area. And so you don't have to just go look and spend all your money on marketing, all that stuff. Right. What do you think, Nate? What's your opinion on that call, and any feedback?
Dude, I love it, man. I think it's so funny. So you and I, we haven't really, we've been doing our things separately, in our own market. So we haven't really gotten to see too much of what each other's doing. And it's funny because we're both talking about the same exact thing. I know today, that was a really big point I brought up too. I wasn't talking with agents. I was talking with title companies. I was talking with a guy from New Western, and then a couple cash buyers. And the one consistent pattern, and the one thing that I explained to the people watching was, I was like, guys, in my conversation, I'm not trying to posture and make it sound like, oh, I'm this big dude doing all these deals. I'm calling people in Florida with a New York phone number, and I live in Danbury, Connecticut, right? And it's like, I'm not lying to anybody. I'm not making anything up. I'm just being completely honest and transparent of hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm looking for. Are you able to help me out? And guys, that's probably I'd say that's the number one thing that we talk about is, be honest, go about the business in an ethical way. And the funny thing is, when you do that, right, and you kind of put all that other stuff aside and behind you, you'll find you get a lot more success, right? You'll get a lot further when talking to people. Be willing to just be honest and vulnerable with people. You don't. Everybody doesn't have to pretend like we're some big company.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got someone that's calling me a ton, Nate, during this. Sorry, I'm on a live right now. What can I do for you?
Yeah, this is Sarah from PayPal. This is regarding with your concern.
Oh, okay. My pay. Yeah, sorry. Can you call me in like an hour? I'm sorry.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. All right. See you. Sorry. So I thought that was like a VA that was trying to sell me a deal, but it was PayPal. All right. Sorry, everybody that's watching this. All right. Well, so let's Nate, great insight on that, and that's so true. So everybody that's watching this is again why Privy is so cool, is because you can confidently invest with Privy, right? You can know where they're buyers, what offers you need to make. But a lot of questions are coming through and saying, well, someone said this is nice to hear. This is amazing and so helpful. I'm glad it is. I'm grateful for that. Please walk us through how to find buyers. Okay, we're going to do that because I need to find up some buyers for my deal. And you've talked about New Western, Nate. I'm going to hit up. I had talked to New Western in my market too, so we're going to see if what they can do. Please show us how to find buyers. Okay, we can definitely do that. I have a realtor sending me 5 deals on a MLS daily. So how do I wholesale them with Privy? So Miss Lowe, this is kind of what we were talking about, like at the beginning. You have to make sure when you do this business, you're doing it right? You're taking the right actions, because right now that agent that's sending you 5 deals on the MLS daily, that's not helping you. That's not going to work. That's not what we're talking about. I could have any agent send me 5 offers a day, because what they do is they create a campaign for you, and they just send it to you automatically. That's nothing special. Now, if she was sending you 5 off market, like pocket listings, then that's perfect. But I know most agents, I'm assuming that she just puts you in a campaign and she's hoping you'll look through it. That's a waste of your time, right? You don't need that. Privy is meant so you can find those properties, so you don't need an agent to send you. You can even start your own campaigns with Privy, and Privy can send you stuff that meets your criteria. So that agent, I would say, hey, agent, that's great that you're sending me these 5 deals. Please stop and only send me stuff that meets the specific criteria that you have a buyer for, or only send me off market, pocket listings, right? So, but that's okay. You're probably, I don't know if you're new or not, but that's what happens a lot, is you do things that a lot of people do things that maybe they think are efficient or effective, but that's not gonna, getting just listings sent to you. We can set that up for you on Privy. Like, you don't need that. All right. So before we find the buyer, or I show everyone how to use Privy to find the buyer for their deal, for my deal, Henry, one of my students that has been patient. Henry, you got a question, right?
Yes.
What you got, Henry? Let's hear it.
All right. So I got a property listed on MLS, and then I offer 150K, but she reject my offer. So
so what was the original? You're using Privy too, right, to make your offers?
Yes.
I love it. All right, here we got a client right here. We got a customer. So you made an offer, and what was it listed for?
200K.
And you made the offer at what?
150.
And they denied it, huh?
Yeah, and then she asked me, please come closer to the asking price.
Okay.
But I don't know what is the maximum offer I can give her, because able to be able to make a profit on that property, I had to come up around 150K to 170K max. So
Let's run the numbers, brother.
All right.
Let's give it.
Man, Henry, I gotta give you a quick shout out, man. I love this is a totally new deal that you're talking about. I know you and I, we just spoke a couple weeks ago. You had like 1 or 2 deals that we weren't quite able to make happen, but I mean, like, it was right there. We just didn't have a buyer lined up to be able to make it happen. But man, Henry, I love that you're going out there and making it all happen and taking all this action.
Yeah. Like last year, I spent too much money on VA and marketing, so I look like I throw money on outside the window.
Yeah, you just threw the money out the window, huh? It happens, dude. When I first started, Henry, I spent like $10,000 on mailers, and I didn't get a single deal from it when I first started. And I was almost crying.
Dang, $10,000.
Yeah, $10,000, man. It was crazy, because that's what they told you to do. I joined a course, I joined a company, coaching program, and they said mail. So I was like, all right, I'll mail, and that's what happened. All right. So Henry, let's if you don't mind, give me the address of this property.
All right. So let me put that in the chat.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. And by the way, everyone that's watching Henry is new. You've been doing this for what, 3 or 4 months now?
Yes.
And my man is taking action, and that's what it takes. And that's why I respect, and that's why I brought Henry into the mentorship. I don't bring everyone in to work with me because I don't want to bring people in who don't take action, because then it makes me look bad, right? Because I'm willing to help them, but if they don't do what I ask, then it makes me look like I suck. But Henry, you know, man, you taking the action. I'm willing to do whatever I can to help you out, bro, because you're doing work, and I love it.
All right. Thank you. So I put property in the chat.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Let's see if we can get it right here. Put it right there. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is the property right here. Is that correct?
No. I think that data from 10 years ago, something like that.
This is the old, but you said it's currently listed.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Maybe this pulls up this what it's sold for. Let's see. Let's go filters. Let's go single family. Select the status. Let's see. Oh yeah, active. We want active. Fix and flips. Let's go 75%. Let's see if we find it. I don't think I want that. Let's see.
Yeah, actually, some data on the Privy they not updated up to date yet.
Okay, so I gotta hit the filter right here. So filter, single, active, fix and flip, blah blah blah. Let's run that search. It's not working for me. Maybe I did something wrong.
Yeah, I think you had a specific address.
Yeah, I had a specific address, so it's sometimes the softwares you do that. Well, just tell me a specific idea of where it is. I think it's in this area, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me.
Do you know what zip code it's in?
77041.
77041. Let's see. Okay. Is one of these?
Yeah.
Let's
That's
see.
right.
This one? Let's see. Maybe I have the filter too low. Let's see. No, you said it's in this. Is it? Maybe it's not active anymore.
It's still active. It listed on the MLS for only 8 days.
I don't see it according to this. When we did the filter, 77041 let's include the surrounding areas. Let's see if we find it. What is it listed for currently at the moment?
200K.
What was the address again?
I don't see it in here.
For A14 Tenderwood Drive.
Let's see. We got a lot of questions coming through, so I will get to you guys in a little bit. I'm just trying to find this property for Henry so we can comp it for him. Right. Let's see.
What do you have your filter at?
I have it on fix and flip. Let's see. Maybe that's why, because the single family active, I got it under fix and flip at 90% of ARV. So maybe it's not looking it up because it's not recognizing it as a. Do you remember what filter you put to see it, Henry?
So I put on a fix and a flip, single family, active status, and then the ARV around 60%.
Well, I got that same filter in that same area. Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing up on mine. That's weird. Okay. Well, anyway, I can't find it, but you're saying it's listed at 200,000, right? That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we want to determine the ARV of the property, right? Like what it's worth. 4548. Is that right?
Yes.
So weird. You think I'd be able to find it, and it's in this area. Huh. Get rid of that zip code. Let's go run search. Okay. Anyway, so let me show you guys how we would run this. So Henry, what do you believe the ARV is from your research is?
All right. So there are two pending property on the Willow that listed for around 320K to 340K.
Okay. So we're thinking maybe let's just say 320, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does the and you offered how much? 150?
Yeah, 150.
Okay. So how much work does that property that you have need? Does it need a ton of work?
I don't know if it need a light rehab or the medium rehab because
Okay, I see it. I actually see it right now, Henry. I pulled it up. I don't know why I wasn't able to find it on Privy, but it's okay. Maybe I had my filters messed up. But this property, it looks, yeah, this is a medium rehab because you're gonna have to redo the kitchen, which makes it a medium. You're gonna have to redo the floors. It looks like upstairs needs to be painted, carpet. So
and
this is a medium. Well, this looks pretty bad too. Maybe there's some foundation issues. Did they say anything about foundation issues?
no.
Okay. All right. So let's just call this one a medium to heavy rehab. All right. So if we go here and we change this to a medium, and it looks like it is 2,200 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
So this says, and it's going to be a 6-month rehab. This says that if you did these numbers, if this numbers came out, the flipper would make $79,000. And what's the rule, Henry? How much percent do they want to make on their for their net profit of the ARV?
I believe at least 20%, right?
15 to 20%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 15% of this is about 45,000. So if you got this deal and it really was worth 320 at 150, you could have a wholesale fee of about a $15,000 wholesale fee, and they would still. I mean, you could make, if you got it that price, you could do you could get all the way probably to like a $35,000 wholesale fee. This is a good deal, Henry, if you can get it. If it really is worth 320, I think that you just got to make sure that if you do this one, 320 sounds a little high though. Let's see. I think 320 might be a little high, bro. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if the ARV is 320, Henry. Are you sure?
Yes. Let me pull up on a Zillow.
Let's see. So this is a 3.2. So let's go for some 3.2s in the area. Let's see what's for sale. Okay, let's see. Two. Let's go price. Basement, no basement. Square footage. Let's go. At least 18 beds. At least 3. So I don't know. I'm seeing some. Yours isn't like that though. This is okay. So we're gonna have to mess with the filters a little bit. So this is a 3.2. So let's put 4 as the max. Let's put 22. Put 4. Well, this is kind of similar to the one that you have. 345. So maybe you're right, bro. Let's see.
What zip code is that? Is that a different zip code?
77080. 77080. And
My
which one is yours again?
77041.
Okay, so this is over here. Dude, it's so weird. Like we're looking up for some listings in this area, and this one's like, nah, you ain't got nothing. We ain't giving you no juice in here. No love. It's so weird. And I turned on the filters to like everything. So let's see. There's nothing for sale in this area. Let's see. Sold. Let's see. All right. Well, everything around it that's similar is around 365, 297. Well, that's that one don't count. 230. This sold a while ago. 232. This one must have sucked. Okay. All right, Andy. Whatever. I'm just messing around now. But all right. So 320. So if you got this deal at 150, this is a deal right here, bro. This is a good deal. But you said that they denied your offer at 150?
Yeah, she emailed my agent. She asked to come up to a closer asking price.
What did they ask you to come up to?
They don't specific tell me the detail, but I think she want the number close to 200K.
She wanted close to 200K.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people in the live are asking, are we still comping 4814 Tenderwood? Yeah, we are. We're still trying to figure out. Henry seems to think it's worth 320 to 340. I think that seems fine. That seems about right from what I can see on here. So we're just running the math to see where it would make sense for a flipper. And if Henry gets it at 150, he already made that offer and got denied. So 44. If you came up, Henry, to like 170, you would have to reduce your wholesale fee, so they would make the amount of money they want to make. But even at 170, according to this, it's a deal. Well, you'd probably have to make about $15,000 on your wholesale fee. Because again, remember the flipper wants to make about 15% of the ARV. So that's about 15%. So there you go. Henry, can you go back and make an offer and counter and say, I'll do 17, like maybe go odd number, go like, hey, I'll make 169.7. Yeah. 169,750 or something.
All right. So let me message that to my agent.
There you go, Henry. You're taking action, boy. I love it.
Okay.
Everybody just watch how Henry doesn't give a bump. He doesn't mess around. He's like, I'll freaking call my agent right now. I love it. I love to see the action, brother. All right. So, let's see. Other than that, I do want to show everyone here really quick how I talk to my agent. I want to show everyone how I talk to my agent that I'm working with on the deal that I have. And then I'm going to find some buyers right now. So check this guy out, guys, really quick. Yeah, Charmaine, 450 is really high. It would be sweet. That'd be an amazing deal. Someone just asked, where are you doing these numbers? Where is this? This is awesome. Hey, this is a calculator that I built. Alicia, I built this, and well, I got this from a hard money lender, and it's also, this calculator does a bunch of other stuff, like does wholesale, it does flip, it does burr, it does novations, it does everything. And if anyone's interested in this calculator, just go to investorthrive.com. I charge $50 for it just because it cost me some time and money to build it. But if you go to investorthrive.com and you go to, are you brand new to wholesaling and broke? Because a lot of people that do this, like they're broke. No offense to anyone. I was broke when I started, but I give people what's called the wholesaling noob starter pack. And if you click on the wholesaling noob starter pack, it gives you links to contracts, scripts. Well, I'll show you exactly what you get because it's pretty slick. So I'll just put my info in here. let's just say, blah, blah,
Man,
blah.
that was, you know, it's funny. That was one thing I was talking about today too when I was, you know, doing my challenge live earlier. Was I was talking about, like, guys, you know, for those of you just starting out, or don't have money or whatever the case may be, because I also, look, I'm part of that. I had like no money when I started,
Yeah,
right?
man. Most people come to this business with no money, dude. Let's just be real.
Yeah, right. That's why we start with wholesaling, and which is cool, right? That's where I'd probably say the majority of us start, which is great. But the one thing, guys, leverage the free. Like, there's so many free resources. Like, like,
Yeah, Privy's free for the first
contract,
8 days.
everything. You know, it's funny, when I was talking to the guy from New Western, he was like, "Oh, you're probably all set," but he's like, "If you needed contracts, addendums, or anything," he's like, "Yo, I'd be happy to send it." And I was like, "Yo, I don't need it, but I'm actually kind of doing this challenge thing live." I was like, just so I could show my community the kind of free stuff you can get. I was like, "How about you send it to me anyways?" And he was hyped. He was so excited to do it. And that's a guy who's like, dude, he's sending me all the specific contracts and everything specific to my market, like, totally for free.
That's what I'm saying, guys. And we give it out. I know Benson at Privy, he gives out a ton of stuff for free. He helps you guys out. But if you ever need anything, just go to Investor Thrive and get the Wholesaling Noob Starter Pack. And it comes with a free course, my Facebook group, my podcast, my YouTube channel where I have free training, Discord community where you can network with other investors. Right here, as you can see, people are chatting it up, working together. What else? You get free contracts. You get free scripts. The deal calculator, to answer your question, Alicia, is in here if you want the link to it. You just click it. Like I said, $50. It gives you everything you need to analyze a deal. Not here to sell anything to anyone. I don't really care if you buy it. It doesn't really benefit. It's $50. It's not the biggest deal for me, but the Ultimate Planner. And then you also can book a call with me if you want to chat more. But anyway, that's where it is. It's the Noob Starter Pack. It's for everyone. I made it because I go on calls every day, coaching calls, and people are like, "Hey, Nate, I want to learn, but I don't have any money." So I say, I can't work with you one-on-one, but here's a way to get started. So I just was getting a lot of those calls, so I wanted to help out.
And I think for Privy, they have a like a whole learning center with like video. I think Benson's created, like, I just watched them recently because Privy is a new tool for me. So
Right.
I'm kind of right here with a lot of you guys who are like, "Yo, wait, how do we do this? How do we do that? Like, this all looks dope, but how do I actually work this thing?"
Right.
So I'm kind of in this learning curve with everybody. But I know, Benson and Privy, I think it's called the Learning Center. He's got a bunch of like training videos. Yeah. If you click on that,
you go here. This is everything you guys need to learn how to use this. I come on this call because this is the Deal Finding Friday, the new, like, I'm also showing you guys how to use it. And I'm not just going to sit here and say, "Hey, I'm the perfect person using Privy." I know how to navigate it and make offers on it, right? But I didn't build it, but that's why we're all here, right? We're all here to learn how to use it. So, yeah, that's how you do it. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys something that I think would be helpful on how I told an agent that I'm practically, I told him I was wholesaling it, as you guys remember at the beginning of the call. This is the conversation I just had with him, so you guys can hear how I navigated the conversation of let's see. So you can hear
Nathan. So how if I'm able to get the property under contract for 170K, right? So,
yeah. What about?
So if we wholesale that to another person, so we wholesale that at 190K, right? Or
Yeah, we can wholesale it. We can wholesale it. If you get this property and the ARV is kind of what we talked about, you can wholesale to someone for 90 and make about $15,000-$20,000.
No. I mean, like, it already listed with agent for 200K, and then we got under we sell them for 190K, so that's 10K different.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why they came to us instead go straight for the realtor for 10K more.
I'm a little confused. So you're asking, will we be able to sell it to someone even if it's just a difference of 200 that's listed for, and we sell it to someone for 190?
Yeah. So yeah. So that different for only 10K. So why they came to me instead go straight for the realtor?
Yeah, I think someone would work with you, especially if you have it under contract and we just ran the numbers. It seems like it's a deal, unless there's something crazy going on with the property where it needs like $100,000 of some crazy. But that's I would say get it under contract. Let's give it a shot. Let's get you some buyers. Let's see how it works. It looks like it would make sense from what we ran.
All right. So my agent just told me they will send my new offer to the other agent.
Yeah. Just say, hey, 170. That's what I can do.
All right.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, real quick, I want to show you how to tell a real estate agent that you've already told that you're a wholesaler, how you're going to walk people through the property. And then I'll find a buyer for it. So, and I see someone said, are you doing live comps now? No. So what I'm doing is I'm telling people how to talk to real estate agents that you've made offers on. And I have a deal that I have to find a buyer for. I know this call's a little bit all over the place, everyone, but hey, it's all good. So check this out. Let me share this. Let me share something with you guys. Share tab. Let's see. Get that. All right. Let's see if everyone can hear this. So I just recorded myself chatting with. I think this is it. Let's see. If Jay, it's Jay, right?
It is.
Okay, great, Jay. I appreciate it and look forward. Okay, here it is. Voicemail. So I called my real estate agent and I left him a voicemail saying, hey, I need to know when I can walk my buyers through, walk my hard money lender as I'm buying it. And this is the conversation we had.
No, seriously, that's crazy. Is it from a dude?
Hey, how you doing? Shoot, hold on.
Already that you want to go with?
You.
Yes, I did.
And this is the agent. This
that's sick, dude.
Right here, everybody. Give me a second. This is the agent.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jay, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Did you get my voicemail?
I did. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yes. Do you have people already that you want to go with?
Do you mean? What do you mean for the hard money?
Inspectors, contractors. Sorry. So to get you in and look at the property.
So no, I have to get that scheduled. I have that proof of funds letter that I sent you. I have a guy using Utah, but it might maybe if you have some connections to hard money lenders, that'd be great. I asked you for a contractor, but if you can, I'm gonna look around today. I'm gonna get my funds ready, and then I also just to be safe, I always just run this by a couple investors in the area that I know just to see if I'm not way off on my numbers. But that's pretty much where I'm at.
I've got one guy that I know does a ton of business as far as renovations go.
Mhm.
So he'll probably give you some volume pricing, especially if you do more with him.
Okay.
Let me see what his availability is and see if he can get out there.
Okay. When is the best time to I guess what's the best way to walk it? Is there a lockbox or do I need to schedule everything through you?
Schedule anyway, just because I gotta let the seller know just in case.
Okay.
We're not surprised that they decide to stop in the town themselves.
All right, bam, that's it. Nothing too crazy. If you guys didn't catch it, all I was doing is I just said to the agent, hey, agent, I need to set up a time to walk through the property. He said, what, do you already have a guy? And I said, well, I'm buying it with a hard money lender if I want to flip this. So if I want to flip it, I need to send my hard money lender and some contractors, but I also send some business partners or some investors I work with in the area through just to make sure I'm making a good decision, right? Because I don't know the area perfectly. So that's a way that with an agent you can say, hey, I'm crossing all my T's, dotting all my I's. I send my hard money lender, send a contractor, send some investors, because if my contractor goes in and I got my numbers wrong, but I have an investor that I can wholesale this to, I'll wholesale it. And I already told you I wholesale. I already told you I'm sending them through. It's as simple as that, right? So no need to feel like you're doing something weird. I would wholesale a deal or send it out to people even if I was a flipper anyway, because if I have a deal that I'm about to flip and I send it out to 10 buyers that I know, and all of them are like $50,000 lower than I am, I probably did my numbers wrong as a flipper. I probably did something I shouldn't have been. Maybe I missed something. So as a flipper, as the people we wholesale to, I would do it anyway. That sounds like a great idea, right, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, bro, and it's that's one of the things that's great about wholesaling and kind of what we teach with, start with the end in mind, right? Start with your buyers. Is there's no better way to learn your market when you're starting out than by, one, talking with your buyers and learning what is it they're actually buying and what they're looking for and what is it they don't want, right? And then three, actually, looking at deals and looking at numbers and looking at like what's the price things are selling at. Like, for example, Orlando, Florida, right? I'm not familiar with that market at all. I just started there 3 days ago, right? But in 3 days, I've gotten to learn, okay, well, one thing specific to my market is a lot of guys don't do wood frame homes. It needs to either be a block home or on a slab, right? For Florida. I would have had like that's not a thing up where I am, up north in Connecticut or New York or my previous market, West Michigan. That wasn't a thing. In West Michigan, one thing that was really specific to that market was you could have two homes that are identical, almost identical. One in bedrooms, the bill, everything. And you're like, dude, this is a comp, man. You're like, yes, this is my home run comp. However, that one home that you think is your comp, they have a finished basement, like, or even if it's an unfinished basement, but it's a full basement. Versus if your home would have what's called the Michigan basement, which is just like a dirt basement, like it's nothing really. That could be like a $25,000 difference. $25,000 difference when your ARV is like 130. That's a big swing, right? That's a deal or not a deal type of situation. And the only way you get to learn that is, especially if that's not your market, is from your other buyers, right? You get to leverage their knowledge, their experience. And that's why, look, even if you're a type of guy, like if you have the money to like, yeah, man, like, let me just buy these like 5 houses cash, it ain't no thing. That's cool. I would still suggest that you start out doing this, right? Start out in wholesale, like 1, 2, 3 deals, because you'll learn kind of where the blind spots are. You'll be like, oh, I never thought about that. Or like, wow, I didn't know that would be an issue, right? Or I didn't realize this area was bad, or whatever the case may be. So.
Well said. Well said. I love it. I love it. So, let's see. I want to show people really quick how you can use Privy to find deals. So let me see this. So what you do, depending on whatever area you're in, you just go and you filter whatever you want, whatever you're looking for. You go actives, single family. You can actually put in a zip code or address and it will search it, or you can just zone in on where you want. You go fix and flip. You got pop top, tear down, whatever, and you just put a specific percent of ARV, and then you can filter for whatever you're looking for, and you run your search. Now, right here, this is going to pull up properties that meet the criteria. So if you're like, okay, look how crappy this house is, right? You see this, and you can go and make an offer on it, right? You can go down here and it will show you comps of what it believes that the house is worth, if it has enough data. Another thing you can do is look at before and after. So what happened is these people bought it in 2022. What they did is all they did was cut down the tree and mow the lawn, and they're trying to sell it. So that's pretty interesting for what they did. So we can make an offer on this property if we wanted to. There's other opportunities that you can make offers on. So that's kind of how you do it. You just look for opportunities in in areas that you have buyers for, right? And what I can do if I want to find buyers is this one kind of crept in somehow. I don't know why it crept in as a fix and flip when it's been repaired. Maybe because I think what Privy does is it takes and sees if it's lower than the area, like, so maybe they're just selling this at a good price still. But what you can do is you can call the agent that represents the property that's listed, and you can ask them for buyers. So that's how I find buyers on Privy, is I would call agents, and or you can call the owner, right? But I like working through agents, because agents, right here you have the owner, but sometimes it's difficult to get a hold of the owner. So I just look at call the agent. So let's call this agent really quick, and let's see if they're buying in the towns I have a property, and let's see if their buyers currently like still active. So let's see. All you have to do, I think certain Privy accounts, if you're an agent, they give you the contact info, but I'm not an agent, so I think I just search it. All right, so let's go. Jessica at Palmer House. Is this usually this finds them. Home Snap. Is this her? That looks like her. All right, let's give her a call. It should have her info somewhere. You ain't gonna put your phone number on there, Jessica? You don't want people calling you? All right, let's see. You got to be careful with Zillow too, because sometimes when you put your information in, they'll just send buyer's agents after you. So, and that's not what you want. Come on, Jessica. Give me your dang number, girl. Let's see. All right. This is her, I think. 678. Let's give her a call. 678-576-4415. So I'm going to ask her if she has any buyers that are currently buying.
Hey, you've reached Jessica Tills. Leave a message.
I always call twice, just in case. Come on, Jessica. Step up. It's weird that it went straight to voicemail, but this time it rang.
She has it on Do Not Disturb.
Is that right?
Yeah, the way Do Not Disturb works is first time someone calls, it pushes everything straight to voicemail. But if you call like within I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 seconds. Like if it's the same number and it immediately calls right again, it'll go through.
Gotcha.
I know that because my phone's always on.
Jessica Tills. Leave a message and I will call you back as soon as possible. Thanks so much. Bye.
Hey, Jessica, how you doing? This is Nathan. I saw your listing in Marietta, Georgia, and I was calling you because it looks like you represent flippers in the area. So I'm a wholesaler. I have a property under contract that's like right next to yours in the same area. And I was wondering if you know any agents, or not agents, I'm sorry, any cash buyers that are buying in the area, because I'd love to work with you. I'm willing to pay a commission, your commission out of what I make for wholesaling it. But if you work with wholesalers, please call me. I come across a lot of deals. Please let me know. I'd like to work with you if we can. Thank you. Bye. Okay, something like that. Simple, right? So you can also look at other properties, right, that might be fix and flip opportunities, and call agents. That's what I do. I like to call agents that represent flips because that lets me know if they are, they work with flippers, right? And it's pretty simple. I don't know if that one got flipped. It looks like a newer build. Looks dope. It's a dope house. Let's see if it got flipped. Down here, it usually says below and before and after if it got flipped. Maybe that's just a new build. Okay. But anyway, guys, oh, that's cool. There's some cool houses around here. Okay. Look at this house before they flipped it, dude. Freaking just in the weeds. Mario just said, what was the website? I'm not sure what you mean, Mario. What was the website? I just for Privy, it's just get Privy. I put my link in the description, so if you're watching this, you can grab it. If you use my code Thrive, you get 20% or 30% off. Can't remember your first month, but yeah, there you go. So I showed you guys how to find deals. I showed you how to talk to buyers. My website. Okay, my website is investorthrive.com. Gosh, investorthrive.com. And if you scroll down past this part where if you want to get on a call with me, here's your noob starter pack. So it gives you everything you need. Even has a link. I'm putting a link in there for Privy for you guys to get set up with that, so you can get a discount. Okay. How do I put my own voice? How do I put on my? Okay, I'm not sure what that means, Nate. What do you think?
I wonder, are they wondering like how to chat with us, like on the live show? I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Oh, okay. If you want to chat with us, so this is a live call that we do every Friday. But this is just for me. We're just have Nate on here, and I set this call up, and I got Henry on here. But if you want to talk with me, yeah, you gotta set up.
No, those are two different people.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Nathan Valley, your method is leaving a voicemail vague in comparison to Nathan Payne's.
Yeah, so we like two different methods. So guys, that's another thing is you can have different styles. So I was just talking about this today, Nathan, so personally for me, I like when I leave voicemails, I like to leave them vague. Like we'll just be like, oh, hey, Rob, it's Nathan. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Thanks. Bye. And I do that because I like to leave it a bit vague to where, like friendly tone, energetic. They're like, okay, this dude's talking to me like he's a buddy of mine. Like I know him, but they're like, I don't think I know him. But I don't like letting them know what I'm calling about to keep that curiosity there so that they reach back out. But other people do it differently. And guys, what's the crazy thing? We both do deals.
Yeah, I think that's a great strategy, Nate. Like the reason why I'm not vague when I'm talking to agents like that is I just don't want to waste my time with someone that doesn't work with wholesalers. If she's immediately like, I told her, hey, I'm willing to pay you. I'm willing to do this and this and this. And I have a deal. I just need buyers, but I wholesale. If she doesn't call me back, then it's not worth my time, really, because I'm making too much calls and I'm doing too much to like waste my time. So yours, I get it. But I just different strategies, right?
Yeah, and people have different experiences. Like, for me, same thing with like sales. Guys, trust me, there's no shortage of people with different scripts and this and that. And my personal experience, what I found is a lot of this stuff from all of them is great. There's pieces of all of it that works, but you don't really know what works for you until you test it out. So same thing with the voicemail, it's test out yourself, start with whichever kind of method you kind of like better and see what works well for you, and then tweak it or try something else and see what works better.
100%. So she asked, what do you pay her? Alicia asked that. So when you have an agent find you a buyer, you usually pay them a percentage of the commission, not a percentage. You can pay them a flat fee. You can do a percentage of what you make on the wholesale fee. You can do whatever you want. What I usually do is $2,000 to $3,000. That's what I've done in the past. But again, it depends on the fee, right? Like if you make 5,000, you're not going to give them 3,000. Well, they might just be like, you're giving me 3, or I'm not going to bring you a buyer. And you're like, well, I'd rather make 2,000 than nothing. But in my experience, it's been usually $2,000 to $3,000 for them to bring a buyer, and it's worth that because you don't have they have the relationship, they get everything done. At that point, you're just connecting people. So that's what I'm going to do right now with this deal that I have under contract. I'm going to do some calls like this. And on Privy, I'm going to send it to a couple of the buyers that I've met. I'm going to try and set up a time. And other than that, Yeah, we're just rocking and rolling. Now we've gone for about an hour on this call, so I have some questions that people are asking, and I'd love to get to those, but I got another meeting I got to jump on. This Mario, you said, "Hey guys, can you explain how the percent ARV is calculated and looking at comps on Privy section? I understand what ARV is, but how you calculate 45, 75%, etc." Let's see. So Mari, I'd love to go over that. And by the way, I love your dog. That's a great looking dog. We'll go over that next Friday now because I got to bounce. Let me see what this other question is. Nathan, I can't find the website. Please, can you? Oh man, you guys can't find the website. Let's. It's just investorthrive.com. INVESTOR thrive.com. And if you type in Investor Thrive just to Google, it should be the top search for you. So, but if you still can't find it for some reason, like maybe wherever you live is like we ain't showing you that website for some reason. Here, I'll put it in the chat for everybody. Yeah. So again, if you go there, super simple. Just go here to get the free noob starter pack. It's going to give you everything you need. So a lot of people, Nathan, are asking like how to determine values. They're like, hey, how do I know what to offer? So I use Privy, but I also use this calculator that I've been showing everybody. That all you do is you type in. So this guy just asked if I have $1 million property, do I go in there and offer 700,000? The problem with the 70% rule is it's not always that cut and dry. You have hard money costs, you have commissions from agents, you have your hold time. Like, is it going to be a 3-month flip or is it going to be an 8-month flip? That all changes how much money you pay in costs, or your flipper does. Then you have your rehab. Is it a giant rehab? Is it a small? Is it a giant house? Is it a small house? That's why you need to be able to run your numbers. And the flipper needs to make 15 to 20% of the ARV for them to be interested in the deal. They won't do a deal if they make less than 10% because it's not worth their risk. So if this specific deal was $1 million home that needed $88,000 in repairs and you got it for $700,000, the flipper would not be making enough money according to these numbers at because look, that's $1 million. 10% of $1 million would be 100,000. So he's not making enough money. A flipper wouldn't do this deal if it required all that, right? So what you got to do is you got to get it low enough where it makes sense. So a flipper would definitely do that deal. He'd be like, yeah, freaking all day. I'll do that deal. So you just have to walk backwards and say, okay, he wants to make 15%. So he wants to make at least 150,000 on a flip that's worth $1 million, right? So then you would go and say, all right, so is it 600,000? No, it'd be 650 would be what a flipper would probably take this. Well, no, not 650. 610. Okay, around there. A flipper would probably take this deal around 610, but then you make no wholesale fee. So you gotta say, okay, how much could I make if he makes his 15%? Okay, that would work, right? If I got this deal at 610, I could wholesale it to someone for 620. They'd put 88,000 in on an 8-month rehab. Everyone's leaving happy. Everyone makes money. So there you go.
And if I could just add one quick thing to that, guys, the most important thing though on how to know what to offer is by knowing what your buyers.
That's right. Bam.
And it always starts with the buyers, guys. That's why we push so hard about start with the end in mind. Start with those relationships with your buyers because you have no clue. It doesn't matter if you get the property for 40% of ARV. If your buyer says, oh yeah, man, I'm actually only looking to buy it for 30%, then it's like you don't have a deal. Like you don't get paid. You only are able to offer what your buyer is willing to pay. And the only way you know what they pay is by talking to them.
Yeah. So if a lot of you are new, and you don't have buyer relationships, that's exactly what you need to go do. Go find some buyers, talk to them, network with them, learn from them. And that's exactly what we tell people to do. That's what we're doing in our challenge. So if you haven't watched us and how we talk to buyers, join, because that's exactly where, if you were to come to me and say, Nate, what do I do first? Talk to buyers. That's what you do. Okay. All right. Everybody, this has been a great call. Next week, we'll dive more into how to find deals. Because like you said, it's a 30-day challenge. We're definitely using Privy as we go through this to find deals. I just showed you there's about 3 or 4 I should be making offers on right now in my area. So peace out. Everybody says thanks for the, hey, this guy says thanks for the game anytime. And by the way, last thing, if you didn't, investorthrive.com, get your wholesaling new pack. It's going to come with the discounted link to Privy. It's going to have all this stuff on it. All you do is fill it out, and it has all the information you need. All right. The calculator, everything, if you wanted that. All right. Peace out, everybody. It's good seeing you. Later.
Hey, guys. Have a good weekend.
Peace.